So as you can see, I have 30 McRibs, I guess they're called sandwiches from McDonald's. I'm going to do I'm kind of do something a little bit different with this. I'm going to do a 30 and 30, but I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. So usually a normal 30 and 30, I try to, I go at a pretty good pace, but I don't necessarily have to go as fast as I can. This one, I'm going to see how fast I can eat 30 McRib sandwiches. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to set this up, and you guys, it's only going to take like a couple seconds for you guys, but I'm going to leave the camera running so you guys can see what goes into setting up. This is kind of like a practice run for me, even though I don't have a contest coming up. So you can kind of see that. I'm going to do everything in fast forward. It shouldn't take too long for you guys to watch, but just so you can see like what goes into setting up a speed run. So yeah, this challenge is actually sponsored, and these are very expensive. I think they're like $4.50 each. I felt bad, but they wanted to sponsor it. They offered to sponsor it like a month or two ago, waiting for them to come out. They finally came out, and they didn't necessarily want me to say their name, but they did want me to say that they're a fellow educator, a teacher, and all you guys know, everything right now, everybody's going through a lot of hard stuff. But with teachers, our job's totally different in some respects. Some of them are doing remote, some are doing hybrid. And yeah, it's difficult for everybody. So, take it easy on your teachers if, you think they're not doing a good job. It's difficult. So, and then, if they are doing a good job, give them a thumbs up and stuff like that, because it's rough. For everybody, it's rough right now. So I just wanted to thank them for making this possible. And they let me do it any way I want, 30 and 30 or speed run. So I'm just going to do it both. All right. So I'm going to set this up. And I'll see you at the end of the fast forward section. All right, so I'm back. So I set all these up. Actually, these boxes, you saw me, I don't know if you can see in the fast forward, me tearing the tops off some of the boxes. They were hard to rip off. I was like, Jesus, this was a little bit more difficult than I thought. Anyways, they're still a little bit warm. That didn't take too long. I gotta get my clock. I'm gonna put a timer up so I can watch. I'm gonna put that right here. And then I'll put one on the screen for you. This is gonna take me a second. So yeah, I felt bad ordering these because I screwed up the line at the McDonald's. Everybody was complaining their stuff was getting cold, and oh well. I called up early too to try to give them a heads up, but it was a lot for them to do. All right, so here's my timer. Bang, 0. So usually I like to when I practice, I like to pick up the item and see like the best way to pick it up. I'm not gonna have that luxury right here, but if I was going to go for a contest, I would definitely do that. Like, what's the best way to pick up? Maybe you want to pick up one, pick up 2 at a time. And I'd probably have more drinks here too if this was like a serious contest practice. But all right, so 30 McDoubles. I've talked enough. People complain I talk too much in the beginning of the video. In the comments below, comment on how long you think this is going to take me. I have a time in mind. I actually did watch one other video. One of my fellow competitive eaters, Darren Eats, he has a YouTube video channel. You can check him out. He did a speed run with 10. And going off his time and stuff like that, I came up with a time myself. Now, I can't compete against him. I'm not doing 10 I'm not doing 10 of these. I almost said McDoubles. McRibs. Since I'm not doing 10, I can't, even if I eat 10 in less time than he does or more time than he does, it's not the same challenge. So we're not really competing against him. I can't. It's a totally different contest. All right, so enough blabbing. The reason why I'm talking so much is I'm nervous. I haven't done this in a while, and I want a good time. So, all right, I'm probably going to go for this one first. Try and just get a feel. The buns are pretty soft. Okay. And here we go. Ready? Boom. All right, so there we go, 10 seconds in. I figured I'll do a little voiceover on this one because I haven't done a voiceover in a while, and this is kind of like a practice run so you guys can get a little idea what I'm thinking. So generally what I do in my practice runs is I wait till the halfway point, and then I'll know how well I'm going to be doing. The halfway point in a 10-minute contest isn't actually the 5-minute mark. It's actually right around the 3.5-minute mark, because if you watch different eaters, or you can even watch yourself if you are a competitive eater, usually at the 3.5-minute mark, you eat in about half as much as you're going to eat in the contest. So everybody slows down for the second half anyways. So that's about the halfway point. So if I want to try to finish all of these, I got to be at least 15 in, maybe 16 in at the 3.5-minute mark. So we'll see if I make that. This is going to speed up here in just a second. Actually, I think I had a decent start here. I was conserving the liquid, and I was kind of playing around with the liquid. Usually, I don't drink this liquid like this. I kind of just pour it in my mouth and hope for the best it gets in there. I didn't want to make a mess out of the floor, and I haven't done a practice run in a while either, so I figured I'll just do the best I can here, and maybe I think I'll do a couple more of these. So next couple of videos maybe will be speed runs like this. All right, so we're about almost 2.5 minutes in. I'm 8, so yeah, unless I really pick it up, this is not going to be a decent run. I haven't done this in a while, and there's a lot to speed eating. The first 2 or 3 minutes of the contest, actually, that's not even where the contest starts. This contest starts around the 7-minute mark usually, because that's where you start to fade, or you can peak, or you can keep it up, or you could even, some people could even speed up at that mark. I've had other people do that to me. Carmen Sincotti and Joey Chestnut, they both can actually, if they know they're behind at the 7-minute mark, they can actually speed up. I was never able to do that, but so we'll see what we're going to get here at 10 at the 3-minute mark. So yeah, it looks like I'm definitely falling off pace to get all these down in 10 minutes. And this isn't even really a lot of food. 30 of these, I should, if I was in peak condition, I definitely should be able to eat all of these. So yeah, we're at I just working on my 15th one now, and we're at 4.5 minutes. So this run is not going to be a decent run. But it's actually good that I did this, because I now know that I'm out of shape, and I can practice, and I can get back into good shape and get ready for next year. Because next year, like I said in the earlier video, I'm not going to say why, but I do have a little extra motivation to really kick it up this year. So sorry about the camera angle. I know it chops my head off a lot of the time. I got to fix that. It's I gotta figure out what to do with the camera, because maybe I got to lower the camera, give a different angle. I don't know. So 5 minutes in, I'm at 16. So yeah, this is definitely not going to be a good run. So yeah, actually, I owe the person who sponsored this video, I owe him a lot, because I wouldn't have done a speed run like this if he didn't sponsor this. So I got to get back in shape. Easily should have done 30 of these in 10 minutes. That's really bad for me. The taste of these things weren't bad. I had one a real long time ago when I was a kid. I can remember, I think I was in high school. I had one of these, and yeah, they're okay. I wouldn't pay. They were, like I said, they're $4.50. I don't think I'd buy this for. Actually, I wouldn't eat any fast food anyways. So yeah, 6 minutes. You can see I'm really slowing down here. If you notice, I'm leaning on the counter behind me, which is totally bad. I'm not holding my water cup high. I'm kind of slunched over. And yeah, so this practice run is kind of a dud. It's painful watching myself here. All right, I'm gonna let this play out, and maybe I'll say a couple words in the last minute. All right, less than a minute to go here. I'm at 23. I got 0 chance of hitting 30 of these.
Actually, I'll be lucky if I get this. I'm eating so slow. I think this one took me a whole minute to eat, which is really, really bad. Oh, all right, but that's fine. I'll get better. I'll get back to where I was. And this is not a capacity issue. My capacity is as good as it's, ever been. And it's just, there's a lot more to eating than capacity. So I find it funny when people ask you, what's your capacity? What's your capacity? A lot of times it doesn't matter, because if you can't put it in there, it doesn't matter what your capacity is. So don't worry about that. Worry about the rest of your training. So I a little less than 10 minutes ago, I gave it a little, I stopped a little bit short, but all right, I'm going to let the clock keep running because this is a 30 and 30 video. And I'm going to definitely try to finish the rest of these. And I think I'm going to do a little talking. So,
all right. So that was 24 McRibs in 10 minutes, which is way worse than I thought I was going to do. I stopped. I could have kept going and see how much longer I could take to finish these last 6. But I stopped just because 10 minutes is usual length for a contest. I'm still going to eat the rest of these 6, but just take a minute, get rid of some gas. I thought I was going to be able to get through all of them in 10 minutes. I'm really out of shape for speed eating. I was swallowing a lot of air and stuff like that. It wasn't going 100%, because you can tell my shirt's not like a mess. Anybody ever see me after a contest, my shirt's just a mess because I just pour the water in. But I didn't want to do that to in the kitchen. All right, so let's continue to eat these. Whew. Last bite. Ah. All right. 30 McRibs. Oh, much longer than I thought. Actually, that was a lot harder than I thought. 30 things. Speed eating for the first 10 minutes. You drink a lot more liquid, so it's a little bit more volume in your stomach. But it's the same amount of food. That took me a while. I'm pretty sure it's under 30 minutes. I stopped the clock at 10, but I think that was definitely in the 30 minutes. I'll put another clock on the screen for you guys so you know. So yeah, 30 McRibs in 30 and 30. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, and support your educators, your teachers. All right, I gotta go clean up.